it's me, Raimi, the comic book poser, and we have comics to explore.
Yep, we're going to talk about what Daddy's buying this week.
After this.
Yep. Alright, so I went to pull up my pull list, and League of Comic Geeks is looking different this week. That they had some kind of update, but I kind of like how clean it looks on the side. We'll see how quickly cover details and things like that load if I want to go that route. But first up is Amazing Spider-Man 50 Last Remains. Why am I picking this up? I don't know. I picked up a Alex Ross Timeless variant. People said it wasn't that terrible of a story, so maybe I'll actually read it instead of just collect the cover. But we'll see if Nick Spencer is piquing my interest again. Next up is Batman 101. There are a lot of people...
Batman?
Yeah, Batman. There were a lot of people who thought the Joker War ending was not that great. It was good enough for me. I think the setup for what might happen in the Punchline solo book and other Batman stuff that is rumored to be in the works could be interesting. I'm not on the I hated it and it was all worthless for the event, because I wonder what kinds of things we might have missed out on, or what will happen with the Clown Hunt. That I think the conversation at the end of that book really kind of...
like $9.
Yeah.
I'm pretending like to be a woo guy.
Oh, I'll show you Average Will's
Daddy,
Woo
Teal
video.
is gone.
I think something's going to happen with Clown Hunter based on the end of Batman 100, so we'll see what I think.
Daddy?
The next one is Batman White Knight presents Harley Quinn. Sorry that I opened my drink right next to the microphone, so if I blow your ears out, sorry. We'll see what this short-run series looks like in a world where there's no Joker and Bruce Wayne is behind bars. I'm intrigued by the premise of it. Big Girls #3 from Image. I've really liked 1 and 2 from this book. I think what we started to see from the perspective, the folks who still love their loved one who mutated or whatever has happened to them, I want to see the depth in the next book. I don't know if the next book on my list, which I can't read the title because Toby will repeat it, if I ordered it before the FOC or not, but that's definitely a title buy for me, and it's my second Antarctic Press book.
Got it.
Daredevil 23 is out. I feel like you all know how much I love Chip Zdarsky, and B, I like what he's doing on this run. The art has been top-notch. The story's been super compelling. So I'm excited for the third part of the next big, mega story. We've got another death metal tie-in coming in. Robin King #1, still behind.
Move this man!
Dead Day #4 is out. Ryan Parrott and the creative team on this one are nailing it. Devil's Highway #4, we're getting closer to understanding the root of the conspiracy, and this is the next to last issue. From Mad Cave is Dryfoot #2. This is the book of the week that I may be the most excited for. It might be a tie with Something Is Killing the Children. Sorry, Jared. That book is really good. I like yours too. I'll rock, paper, scissors to see which I read first.
Rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock!
I haven't read a preview of Dryfoot #2, and I keep refreshing the Mad Cave portal that I have access to see if I can get my eyes on it before it comes out this week, because I need my instant gratification. I need it now. I loved the first one. So did everybody in the world, because it got ordered for a second printing, within 3 days of the book being released, which is awesome. Next up is Engine Ward #4 from Vault Comics. I know that some people have not enjoyed this book, and it's definitely a slow burn in terms of the setup for the world building that they're doing, that we finally got a hint of the conflict or potential conflict in book 3. What the creative team have going on in this one is particularly interesting to me. We have a couple more tie-ins to Ten of Swords, or chapters in Ten of Swords this week. So we've got Excalibur 13, so this is chapter 9, the one you would start with if you were all caught up on it. Family Tree number 9 comes out this week. I love me some Lemire. I've loved this book. We are starting a new story arc. So now we'll see what's up in terms of the conflict over the arboreal apocalypse. Iron Man number 2 comes out this week from Marvel. This one, book 1, was kind of weird to me, but I said the same thing about Doctor Doom number 1 when it came out a while ago. Yeah, but that's what I thought about Doom, and Cantwell really turned me into a fanboy of that book, so I'm hoping he does the same thing with Iron Man. Next one up is Juggernaut number 2.
Fucker, I'm gonna whoop your ass. Silly bitch, your weapons cannot harm me. Don't you know who the fuck I am? I'm the Juggernaut.
Book 1 was okay, in terms of kind of giving some of his background story or kind of his origin. But if this just turns into another Juggernaut versus the Hulk storyline, I've seen that a million times. So we'll see if I like it or if I turn. Next, we've got part 3 of the Doom Metal arc on Injustice League. I really like what Williamson has done on his take at the Justice League. I'm sad to see him leave the Flash. New Flash book, or a new Flash author, was just okay to me, but I like seeing him on Justice League. I don't think I will depart from this title anytime in the future. Next, we've got Maestro number 3. This has been a very interesting breakdown in terms of looking at what's been going on in the wasteland as we've been getting the updates on the society in terms of meeting the new god at the end of book number 2. So I like this. I think it's only a 5 or 6 issue arc, so it'll be a fun ride. Even if I'm not a big Hulk reader, at least I got to see MODOK. I know a lot of y'all think MODOK's a dumb character. I like MODOK, but that's because I like dumb characters. From Aftershock, we got Miles to Go number 2. I really loved the first one. I loved looking at the redacted documents that we read. Book 1 was super compelling. The events in the closing pages blew my mind in more than one way if you read the book.
Whole Big Bang explosion.
So I want to see what happens next. Next from Action Lab Comics is Sasquatch in Love number 1. I don't know why I picked that. It looks like my kind of weird story, so I'll give it a check. And this will be the second Action Lab book that I've read since I got a Banjax number 1 from Bearded Comic Bro.
What's going on, gang? It's your boy, the Bearded Comic Bro, and it is time again for another mystery unbox.
Next from Image, we've got The Scumbag number 1. This has been one of the titles that they've been hyping up, so this is just a buy because it's an Image number 1, and you've heard me talk about that the last 5 weeks. So we'll see what I think in the long term. Next book from Vault is Shadow Service number 3. I really like the first 2 in this, that it's giving Bleed Them Dry a run for its money in terms of my favorite ongoing from Vault, or Money Shot, like those 3. They're fighting for the top. But you know, the mystical detective angle in this is quite interesting. From Boom Studios, we've got Something is Killing the Children number 11. This is where we may get to see the House of Slaughter kind of swoop in and really change what's happening since Erica failed. But this has been awesome, and I think we've got one more book in this arc, and then we get a break from Something is Killing the Children again, which makes me sad. And as I mentioned it, I'll also say Bruce and Stephanie, y'all are amazing. This is a Werther Daldera sketch of Erica Slaughter. I still haven't bought a frame yet, but it's awesome. Next up is Spider-Woman number 5, and it's ironic that I just shouted out Bruce and Stephanie, because Bruce just sent me a message on Instagram, and he was like, I just read Spider-Woman number 4, and it is objectively the worst superhero comic book. Why do you like it? I think it's a fun story. Number 5 comes out. we started to figure a whole lot out about Jessica Drew's...
Jessica Drew, editor of Justice Magazine, is the true identity of your beloved Spider-Woman.
Hey, Mabel, did you hear that? Jessica Drew is Spider-Woman!
I think it's an interesting story. You got to see a lot of new things unveiled about assumed truths in Jessica Drew's background and what has kind of changed her motivation since she was kind of forced into this situation to fight for the sample to get her powers back. It's wild, and I'll probably like it, and then Bruce will comment on my video next week when I probably put it in my top 5 just to piss him off. Why do you like this book? I think it's good. I'll have more of a defense of that on Instagram later. Next from Image Skybound is Stillwater #2. This is another Zdarsky book in my pull for the week. I liked this Twilight Zone feel in terms of this city that is kind of hidden from the rest of the world, and the fate of our outsiders based on the reveal of the main character's tie to the town at the very end. Venom 29's coming out. That book's hot. We all know that. And then the last book on the list for this week is X-Men #13. This is chapter 10 in Ten of Swords. I am, like I said, I like this event. It's really interesting to me. I think we're due up for a Power Rangers or a Ninja Turtles book this week, but I pull those 2 books from the other shop that I pick a couple of books up from in town. So I got to find a good way to add those to this list to still talk about some of those books as well. But I'll probably go live very briefly on Wednesday and do a haul video and see if there's anything else that I picked up that surprised me. But this is a lengthy list. It was longer until I crossed a couple of things off that I'm slowly trying to Marie Kondo it back down, but all these silly new #1s from indie pubs, they're taking my money.
Hello, I'm Maria Kondo. 私のミッションは片付けによって世界をときめかせていくことです。
So is there anything on this list you think I should get rid of? I know if you're Bruce, the answer is Spider-Woman, and I'll say no, I like it. I actually went and bought more variants of that title this weekend. And let me know down below, is there something I'm missing? There's something you think I should add? And as always, thanks for stopping by, and have a good one.